beautiful, beautiful Thursday here in Michigan. It is like 70 degrees here. I think some of my people from Florida done sent me my wish, some sunshine. How y'all doing today? Come on in, let's talk about En Vogue, Dawn from En Vogue. Who have heard the story about Dawn? Boy, life be lifing. I'm telling you. But I'm gonna give you my opinion about her situation because I've been there, done that, Dawn. You know, what she's going through, I have been through so many times in life. Been homeless twice. But I want to give you my perspective. How you doing, dope family? Good afternoon, TK. Fitting well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How you doing, Pamela? Chevelle. I don't know how to say your name. Mayhew. How you doing? Hey, Miss Brenda. We're talking about En Vogue. Have y'all heard about Dawn from En Vogue? I'm sorry the sun's shining my way. I'm in my window, and you can see outside. It's beautiful here in Michigan today, y'all. It is 70 degrees. Tomorrow's going to be 72, 74, and Saturday going to be 72. And then next week is going back to the 40s. You know, Michigan is bipolar as hell. I know Michigan is a female. Ain't no way. Michigan going through the changes. Anyway, y'all, I'm talking about Dawn. How you doing? Alyssa, hey, Michelle, Monica. Have anybody on here ever been homeless? I need to see a yes. Have you ever been homeless? And when I mean homeless, I mean without your own name, your name on your lease is not your home. Because I want to know who have experienced this and how they dealt with it. So thank you, David. We need to encourage each other for one, not knock each other down, and give our testimony so others can see just because you're down right now, that don't mean that's where you're going to stay. However, I'm going to show a little clip about Dawn on my TV because y'all know I don't know how to edit. I'm going to keep telling y'all I'm learning how to edit. So right now everything's off my laptop or my TV. Be patient with me and don't you judge me. But anyway, Dawn from En Vogue is homeless in her car and she's been homeless for 3 years. She started off in the group En Vogue, then she went to Lucy Pearl with Raphael from Tony Tone. I didn't even know. I don't know where I've been. I didn't even know about that group. You know, I be into music, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? So I think her downfall came when she was in the group with Raphael. She claims Raphael had a crush on her. They kept bumping heads. He was jealous of her also because she was getting all the attention. But she was the only female in the group. It was Raphael and it was another guy. And they were called Lucy Pearl. Well, anywho, she got into a financial bind and she went to Raphael like, hey, I'm about to lose my property. I'm about to lose my home. I need the money. And he kept saying, I got your back. I got your back. He didn't have her back. And she lost her house. And then she had to go stay down there. Hey, Marcus. She had to go stay with her mom in Vegas. And she felt like she was a burden on her mom because her mom was like complaining. You grown. You know how we do as parents. You grown. Get up off your shoulders. Brush yourself off. Forget that music shit. You better go punch a clock. So she didn't want to do that. So she ended up back in her car. Then a friend of hers told her to come down to L.A. That went downhill. So she started looking at people that did the RV living. You know, it's a group of people that do RV living. To me, RV living is the shit. I'm just going to be real because you actually in a car, a home on wheels. If I had a banging RV with the shower and the bed and kitchen, I would live in RV because you don't have to worry about all the other responsibilities. You know, your home is on your wheels. So she thought she could do that from her car. And it's just been bad for her. So now she's coming out. She said she don't want nobody to feel sorry for her, but she's been in her car for 3 years. I was in my car, Dawn, for 3 months. I didn't like it. I don't know about her, what she's thinking, but I didn't like that 3 months. I'm used to coming into my house, doing my yard, which I have to start doing soon when the weather get all the way right, fixing my place up, just waking up, seeing the cars drive by and relaxing, going in my kitchen. I mean, I love a home. And a lot of times I like being by myself. You know what I'm saying? Each his own, though. By the grace of God, I got up off my shoulders and I grind and grind and grind so I can get out that car. I was out that car probably less than 3 months, and I end up in a hotel. Baby steps, praying, trusting God, standing on his word. Every night I was in that car, I would look up in my sunroof and I would pray to the heavens. And I'm like, Mom, I know you probably can't even hear me, but I need some of your prayers sent down. I need you to talk to Jesus for me. See, I had the kind of mama, she didn't play. I could see her knocking on Jesus' bedroom door and be like, listen here, Daddy, my baby down there struggling. We got to do something. So things just start turning around slowly. Y'all, I used to wake up and I used to go find a bathroom to wash up in. Because I got to touch water 2 or 3 times a day. I would go in speedways. I would go to laundromats and wash a load of clothes just to use their bathroom. What woke me up, what really hit me one day, I was in this laundromat that I supported before I was homeless. I used to be at this laundromat all the time, y'all. Knew the owners, Jackie Chan cousins, yeah, some Asian folks. Laughed, talked with them and everything. When I was homeless, they treated me so bad. And I gave them a lot of money washing my clothes there. He knocked on the door one day and said, you can't wash here no more. I said, what? He said, because you're using the bathroom, it appeared that you're homeless, and you can't wash here no more. Are you kidding me? He didn't want me to wash there no more. Because he didn't want me using his bathroom to wash up. And I'm putting money in there. I will make sure I will wash so I can use the bathroom. That woke me up. I said, Lord, this would never happen to me again in life. My feelings was hurt. I got in my car, put my head on my steering wheel. I started crying. And I said, I got to do something. So I started grinding. I got a job at Spectrum Cable, making $18 an hour. And the thing, what it was is 18 plus commission. I had no idea what they meant by it. I knew commission is commission, but I had no idea that the commission was that good. Every 2 weeks, my commission check would be from $3,500 to $5,000. Commission. When I first got my commission check, I said, oh my God, they made a mistake. Should I tell them, Lord? Because I'm in my car. Should I tell them? I went to my supervisor. I said, man, look at I think it was $3,500. I said, look at my check. I don't know what happened. They said, no, that's your commission. What? He said, you get that every 2 weeks. So it depends on your sales and what you do, how you get your commission check. No, I'm sorry, once a month. Once a month. So I was getting my hourly pay plus my commission once a month. Now I'm booming. But I'm in a training class, right? I was in a training class, and it was so intense, the stuff you needed to learn. I'm an older woman, over 50. I'm in here with all these young folks, and a lot of stuff was just going over my head with a lot of the technology they was doing. So I'm constantly asking questions. I become a burden in the classroom. So after 2 months training, they decided they're going to keep you. I remember we had this huge test coming. I had a mental breakdown, y'all. And one of the older ladies in the class, she checked on me because I didn't go to work that day. I'm bawling, like, I have to pass this class. I have to pass this class. She called the police to my room. The police, 2 white guys knocked on my door, and it was like, one of your coworkers was concerned about you. And they told me you were homeless, staying in a hotel, and we come to check on you. The police prayed with me. They encouraged me. And one of the officers said, he flunked out of college several times. He said, let me tell you something. What God has for you is yours. You don't have to beg, plead, or cry. If you don't pass that test, it's because he don't want you at that job. He gave you that job to get you over a situation. So take what you have, continue to pay this hotel, and get you a place. They encouraged me. I had papers all over the floor, all over the bed, taped on the wall. He came in, he said, you studying this hard? He said, no. God don't make you go through that. So go take the test, and if you don't pass, it's not yours, and don't worry about it. I didn't pass the test. I didn't. But see, what happened was a manager there, he had broke some rules. Young white guy. He had married an older Hispanic woman, and you cannot, what do you call it? What is the word I'm trying to find? You cannot fraternize with the employees. They secretly got married. I didn't know that. I just knew they was married. So we all out to lunch, and I'm talking, and I said, how's the marriage life? So the big boss was sitting there, he said, when you get married? And I said, none of y'all went to the wedding? So I'm talking because they didn't tell me this. He ended up getting fired. And a lot of people there liked him, but there was a lot of people that did not like him. So I'm like, oh my God, he got fired. Now I'm the target. They start targeting me. They start ignoring me. They start making my life a living hell. So they called me in the office. It's about 6 big wigs. And I'm like, what's going on? This is before the test. I said, what's going on? They said, if you don't pass this test, we're going to have to let you go. And they were so harsh to me. So I'm praying, God, oh my God, if I lose this job is going to change my daughter's life, because my baby girl at the time, she was only like 14. I'm like, man, we just came from Birmingham, Alabama. I just came from a bad divorce. I find myself begging these four or five white men on my knees not to let me go. Begging. Like I'm a slave. Please, master, don't let me go. Went in my car, cried, called in the next day because of the test, and they failed me. And I really think I passed, but they failed me. I got in my car and I said, no more. I'm done. No more. Nobody will ever get the opportunity to control my life like this again. I don't like it. It's a bad feeling. I'm pissed. I got mad. And when I got mad, I started grinding hard. I said, I'm going to show people what I'm made of. I'm going to show them I am a child of the Most High God. I am James and Frankie Mayberry daughter. You will not get the opportunity to degrade me or have me on the streets. Nobody. So I start working any job I could work. I start grinding. I start saving. And some came over me one night, y'all. I said, I don't have a job. I have decent credit. I've never been evicted from nowhere. I can go rent anywhere. I don't know why I wasn't thinking this when I got the job. I said, okay, I have one more check and one more commission check coming. I have to use this opportunity to go get a place and don't tell them I don't have that job no more. I hurried up and went to this place called Hidden Lakes. Beautiful. It looked like a resort. My house was like a penthouse, my apartment. Went, sat down with him, and he said, I need your last check stub. I said, well, I get it Friday. Took on my check stub, called this church that helped my little girl when she was in a program, a Catholic church. And I said, listen, I never asked for help. I need first month's rent and deposit. You've been knowing my baby since she was 5. We need to get in this place. I have a job. I had to lie. They sent the apartment $2,100. I got in the place and I said, okay, Lord, I'm in here. My rent is $1,100. What I'm going to do? No, they said $2,200, first month rent deposit. I said, what I'm going to do? I started door dashing. It was days I would cry because I would make $50. I said, Lord, I got to get my rent. I can't be homeless again. I started door dashing. And then my car started acting up. And all of a sudden I said, you know why I'm not making no money in DoorDash? Because I ain't working enough hours. I would leave 6 in the morning, get up at 4 or 5, meditate, pray on my patio. I had the universe out there, the trees. I would go out there and pray. I do my videos for Facebook every morning. And hello world, this is Nina. What a beautiful day. They didn't know I was going through nothing. Get in my car, DoorDash from 6 in the dang on morning till midnight sometimes, until they caught up that you only supposed to work 10 hours. You're supposed to get off the clock. They caught up with it, so I had to work 10 hours. I went from making $50 some days to making 150, 200. I mean, I was grinding. It wasn't a week went past that I didn't make $800 a week door dashing. So now I'm making enough money to pay my rent. Then I said, you know what? I need some guarantee money. Me and my daughter, it's something about the number 18. Me and my daughter was at Five Guys. And we were sitting in the car eating our food, and I looked up at the window, and it said, now hiring $18.50 an hour. So I'm like, there's no way Five Guy Burgers is paying $18.50 an hour. So we go back in there, and she knew the lady. She said, yeah, we pay $18.50 plus tips. Tips? Five Guys don't serve tables. Well, people give tips when they see you make their food right in front of their face. So I'm like, I'm applying. And my daughter, mama, you not finna flip no burgers. I'm gonna flip some burgers for $18.50 an hour. I got hired at one of the nicer ones in a rich neighborhood. I was flipping burgers, y'all, over the age 50. My first check, I worked 40 hours a week plus tips. My first check was over $2,000 or whatever, but I was making probably $500-600 in tips every 2 weeks because we had to split it. Five Guys pay real good. You would be surprised. But I heard the pay them went down now. But they needed help so bad after the pandemic that they were paying people that kind of money. Wouldn't nobody work. Thank you, Casey. So I did that for a while. Then I went back into door dashing. And then things just started happening. My rent went from $1,100 to $1,800. You know how this rent gouging going around. I couldn't afford it no more. My income was dropping. And the manager there, she didn't like me. This is why she didn't like me, because my kids was at the pool. We was having a barbecue. Several reasons she didn't like people. She was just a Karen. And security told them, the kids, they can sit by the fire pit. The pool was closed. You can sit by the fire pit, and all the grown-ups was on the other side of the wall. She comes with 2 of her dogs. She lived on the property. So she would watch the property from her house, a Karen. Anything she didn't like, off the clock. She wasn't even at work. She would pick with the residents. She came over to the kids. I seen her walk past me. I'm like, oh, she just walking her dogs. Next thing you know, I hear my daughter screaming, Mom. So I go over there. The dog's growling at these kids in the corner, like they some slaves. I said, B, what the hell are you doing? The pool is closed. And I don't know them. They could be intruders. I said, you a damn lie. You done met my daughter and her friends several times at this pool. And if you don't get them dogs away from my kids, they go bury your dogs. Then she turned towards me and my daughter, my oldest daughter, and she was talking greasy, and then my brother done walked over there. She was about to get knocked out. So the police came. The police got on her case. She got in trouble. She went to work. She got in trouble. And from that day, she started picking with me. She didn't want to re-sign my lease. So I'm like, if you don't re-sign my lease, I'm just going to hold my rent. I'm not, So the judge even was against her. It was 10 of us, black women, that she wouldn't re-sign our lease. We ended up back on the streets because this Karen didn't want to re-sign our lease. Long story short, she got fired right after we left. And I heard she's homeless now in a shelter. You don't mess with God's children. So I packed up my stuff and I made up my mind. I was so discouraged. I said, I am so tired of this, Lord. I don't know what's going on with my life. I bless people. I always help folks. I ended up staying with my kids. And I packed up my stuff, put it in the storage, and I told my kids I'm finna be a gypsy. They said, a gypsy? I said, yeah, I'm just going to stay with y'all. I'm finna do what y'all been doing to me all y'all life. I'm going to live with you guys, and I'm going to be a free spirit. I'm going to travel. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have my stuff in storage, and I'm going to live with you guys. They looked at me like, oh, hell no. And I did that for 2 years. I lived with them for 2 years. I started driving DoorDash again. And then I stepped out on faith, and I did YouTube. David, my son, he knows about computers. He kept saying, Mom, you cannot put your Facebook videos on YouTube. It is not going to work. You can't do that. You got to have the editing equipment. You got to have cameras. You got to. And one day I'm laying in his king-size bed that I gave him. He would sleep on the couch. He gave me his room. I'm laying in the bed. I said, Lord, it got to be better than this. I am such a hard worker. I done did raise kids, raise other people kids, have my home open to family. I have done so much. It got to be something better for me. I took my laptop. I sat at his bar. He was sitting at his computer. His back was turned. And I just started uploading my Facebook videos. I didn't tell him because I'm like, I want to see what's going to happen. 2 weeks later, I went back and checked it. People were watching my Facebook videos. I said, David, look. He said, what? I said, look at people watching my Facebook videos on YouTube. He said, you're not on YouTube. I said, yes, look, I did it and didn't tell you. So he was looking. He said, oh, my God, Mom, they watching your videos. So I was like, well, find out how you get monetized. So he started doing the research. He said, Mom, you have to have 4,000 watch hours and 2,000 subscribers. And I'm like, oh, nobody gonna watch this, you know. So one day I was door dashing. The video was on my YouTube channel. I was door dashing, and I heard about Steve Harvey and Marjorie Harvey. And allegedly she was sleeping with her bodyguard, Big Boom. I parked my car and put DoorDash on a 30-minute hold to do the video. So I did the video, and I was so in detail in the way I described the video. People on Facebook area was like, Nina, I never heard a story described like that. You a storyteller, girl. Damn, you broke that down. The video went viral. It got over 100,000 views. So I'm like, oh my God, the video, we just seen the numbers jumping and jump. David said, Mama, that's gonna go viral. So by the time, was it Labor Day? Which holidays in September? Is it Labor Day? I think Labor Day. By the time Labor Day came, I had started 2 months before Labor Day. About 45 days. We're in the park. I'm live talking about the holiday with my kids and stuff. And all of a sudden, my YouTube channel changed. It looked different. I said, David, what's going on? My number, something changed on my channel. He looked, he said, Mama, you monetized. I said, huh? He said, you hit the numbers in 45 days. I'm screaming, running through the park. I don't even know what it means. I just know I'm monetized. He said, now you can get paid. I'm like, how am I gonna get paid? So YouTube sent me all this information to send my banking account so I can have the taxes taken out. And they saying you got to at least make $100 a month to get $100. If you make $99, YouTube don't pay you that month. They send it to the next month. So you got to at least have $100 to get paid from YouTube. So I'm like, oh, here come another obstacle. How am I going to get these people to watch me to get at least $100 a month? My first check was $1,200. I have never, ever, since I've been on YouTube, had a $100 a month. And it started going up and up and up and up. My first big check from YouTube was in December, and it was for $12,000. I almost lost my mind. I thought I hit the mega million. I couldn't believe it. I said, there's no way these people finna pay me $12,000. Cha-ching, every month on the 21st, YouTube pays you faithfully. I looked at my account. I was sitting there watching something on TV, and I heard my Navy Federal account ring. I looked, $12,000 was dropped in my account. I'm like, but before that, $2,100, $2,800, $3,500 every month. My life started to change, right? But I did something stupid. I'm going to go back to Dawn in a minute. I'm telling you my story that I understand what she means. I did something stupid. I got happy. I started blessing everybody like I did before I was homeless. Damn it, I was walking around like I was Nino Brown. I'm just thinking I'm Big Willie. Not on myself, I'm blessing everybody else. Oh, you need your rent paid? Now I'm paying all David bills. I'm paying all my daughter bills. I'm going out of town. I'm putting money into everybody. My daughter had every Jordan, and I'm not even like that. But it felt good to have that kind of money. And all I was doing was talking. So when I was working hard like that, my kids weren't getting all that stuff. But if I'm just talking, I got it. Forgot about myself. So I'm always out of town, right? Left my vehicle with my daughter and her friend. They blew my engine. Now my income dwindling down. Nobody told me that YouTube have a part of YouTube where you don't make a lot of money some months. They didn't tell me that. Can y'all get my likes up, please? Like this month. This the time of the month it start dying down. Up in here. January, February, March, like it's doing now. So my income start, just imagine. December, you got $12,000. January, your income 4. February, your income 2. You like, wait a minute, Jesus, what I do wrong? Am I saying something wrong? But see, when I first started, I jumped out there and started acting like all the other bloggers. I was using profanity. I was just talking about folks. I'm just booming, degrading people. And I didn't like that. So when I came back to my senses, when reality slapped me in my face, I said, nah, I got to go back to how I was on Facebook, encouraging people, telling people about God. YouTube didn't like that. So they started taking my income. So for the past year and a half, my YouTube channel been struggling because they want me to talk about my people. They want me to dog my people, just like the industry. When you don't dog your people, when you're not degrading yourself as a woman, you're not famous no more. When you turn against the grain, they would take your stuff from you, Diddy. So I realized YouTube was giving black folks a platform to degrade each other. So I take the platform now and I talk about the stars, but I try to throw some positivity in there. I try to do reality. So if y'all think my videos be off, it's because that's not who I really am. And I'm trying to ease my way out the door. Like, I don't want to do this shit no more. I want to go back to who I am. So when I'm doing these videos, and y'all be like, why are you always talking about yourself? Because that's who I am. I did it on Facebook over 5 years for free, encouraging so many people. I didn't put women out of bad marriages. I didn't help women out of abusive situations. I didn't help people get jobs. I didn't help people learn how to be better mothers. That's what I am. Forget they $12,000. If I'm gonna get $12,000 to $20,000 degrading my people, I don't want it. So I'm praying that God help me stay afloat because I love to talk. I love to talk. Ask Kanique. I love to talk. And at first, when I couldn't sing no more, I lost my voice years ago. I said, I don't have no talents. I guess I'm going to be a mother, a hard worker all my life. What's my gift? And as I kept talking, it dawned on me, your tongue is your gift. Your journey, your story is your gift. Your gift will take care of your life. So if God told me that YouTube would take care of me and one day I'll be a motivational speaker, he's a man that he shall not lie. So he told me, stop looking at the numbers. Stop looking at the money. Focus on your gift. Focus on blessing people, and the money will come. So I start worrying about the money. Then I end up with this house. I left my son's house. I ended up with this house. Let me tell you something. When you down at your bitter end, Dawn, I'm going to get back to Dawn. When you down, that's when it seems like the fire is up under you. Either you go drown or you go swim. My son had went through a situation with his kid's mom he had been living with for years. He ended up at my daughter's house with me. He was so discouraged. Gino, so discouraged. And he needs a lot of counseling. Mental abuse is serious, even with me. And I'm looking at my son just with his head down. He feel like a loser. He living with his sister and his mom. He looking like, what have I done in my life? He only 25. I looked at him and said, I got to do something. We got to get off her couch. 1 week, my brother Carter told me about this house. Him and his friends, his roommates he had, 2 white girls he was living with. They was like Three's Company. They tried to get the place, but him and another girl were the only ones with income. One of the girls didn't have income. He said, you got to meet this guy. Older black guy, his name is Mr. Willie, Nina. He has another property. It's 2,200, but he has acres. I mean, the backyard, y'all, is so big. It's like a football field. And it was a ranch-style house. I'm like, 2,200 plus utilities, Lord, I don't know. All right, I'm going to go talk to him. He had me meet him at this house that they wanted. And guess what he told me? Over 20-something people wanted this house. I was the last person that he interviewed for this house. We stood up in this kitchen, right there. And he walked me around, and I'm like, oh, my God, this place is perfect, and it's beautiful. It's down the street from the high school I grew up in. It's beautiful. He didn't know while we were walking through the house, I was touching the walls, and I was claiming it. This is my house. These my walls. This my doorknob. That's my shower. I'm saying it to myself. This is my sink. And then I put my hand on the stove. I'm going to cook a lot of meals for my kids on the holidays on this stove. So we just got to talking, told me, telling him about myself. I told him how I grew up in the same church for 45 years with my parents. My father fought in World War II. We never was on the system. The good parents I had, my mother was a gardener, old Southern Belle. And I got to talking about Jesus. He seen me get teary-eyed. I told him my story about how I worked hard. I had a daycare through the state of Michigan for 10 years. I was a single mom. I dealt with a man on drugs 25 years. I had to take care of my elderly parents. When they died, I met a man that made 6 figures, took me off Section 8, took me down to Birmingham, changed my life. And then he mentally tore me down, and I packed my stuff and left and ended up in my car. I told him everything. I said, Mr. Willie, I've been living with my kids for 2 years. I'm a worker. I'm a grinder. I'm a faithful woman. I take care of my kids, and life just been lifing. I said, but I know God is faithful. Even if I end up back in my car, and I don't even have a car. My engine was blown. Y'all heard that, right? I've been sharing a car with my kids, and I promised my baby girl a car. So when I got one of my big checks, I went and bought her a car. She got a used little car. So it's her car. I use her car. I use David's car. I use Tia's car. I've been using my kid's car. You know, if I got to get around, God to make a way. So I'm telling him that. And while I'm talking, you know what this old man said? And he ain't even that old. He said, I'm going to give you this house. And I said, I was talking. I said, huh? He said, I'm going to give you this house. No application, no background check. He gave me this house. He says over 20 people wanted this house, and God want me to give it to you. I'm standing there stunned like, huh? He says $1,800 a month. Did I say 18? 18 is something about this number. $1,800 a month plus utilities. Can you do it? I said, I'm going to do it. Then I told him who my brother was. He met my brother before. And I said, my brother said if I get the place, he'll move in with me and take the basement. The basement is beautiful. And he will help me. He said, oh, my God, I like your brother a lot. He said, I wish your brother would have came by himself because I did not want to rent to him with those 2 women. I don't like doing that. He said, yes, I'm going to give it to you and your brother. So I said, I have my son and my daughter with me. He said, that's fine. Just don't tear up my place like the last people did. This place totally remodeled because the last people destroyed his property, black people. The yard still destroyed, the fence still destroyed. When the weather break, I'm getting the fence done, the deck done, everything done. I done got off down and got on me. But I just want to give y'all a testimony to let y'all know God is faithful. And since this beautiful outside, this the kitchen. This the kitchen. This the stove, right? This the kitchen. This is the stove that I claimed. This is the stove I claimed. Mr. Willie stood right here, and I stood right here. But y'all see my kitchen? Look at my table. Guess where I got this table from? I got this table off Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace. Starting over may be hard. Stop thinking too big. You know what I'm saying? You got to think. You got to let, take what you can get. Marketplace, $70. Then this here, I'm going to show y'all. I done got all off subject, John Donne. I'm sorry. I'm going to put this on my wall because it's going to be, we go gather here. This was given to me. This is the water, purify your water. And I didn't want y'all to see my house until I was completely done fixing it up. But see, the shelf's gonna go there. This is the sink area, my Keurig. I got a dishwasher. This is the living room. My pictures on the living room. You know where I got this sofa from? This was the last sofa, a Big Lot that was brand new. And I needed something fast. This sofa was $800, y'all. I ain't too proud. That plant came from the Goodwill. That picture came from the Goodwill. This rug was $200, so I love nice rugs. All the stuff you see on my table came from the Goodwill. Everything you see, that came from Burlington. This big stand right here, let me tell y'all about this. I was at Home Goods. It was at Home Goods. Oh, at home. This stand was $150. It has a chip on it. I showed it to the manager. She gave me this stand for $20. The favor of God. The TV was from my old house. This fireplace, and it turns colors. I kept saying, you know why I wanted a fireplace? Because when I lost my apartment, I had a built-in fireplace. And I loved it. I said, I got to have a fireplace next time I move. Got on Marketplace. The man said, I give it to you for $90 because I don't have the remote. $90 fireplace. And this is my front door. This is the outside in front of my house. I have a front yard, but it's a mess out here, y'all, because they dogged the yard. Look at it. They dogged it. But I'm going to get it fixed. This is the door. This is my hallway. This is my son room. This is Gina's and Sonny's room. It is a mess. Gina's and Sonny room. This is my bathroom. It's small, and it's only one bathroom. But I'm showing y'all my place because it's a testimony. It ain't much, but it's mine. And everything in here is brand new. He had to remodel. See, I got a camera up there. I have a camera up there. And I have a camera up there facing both my doors. But everything is new. Excuse my trash right here. I have a sliding patio off from my kitchen. Now, my yard needs done. Look at my yard. This is my patio, y'all. That got to get redone because it's dry rotted. A neighbor gave me this, the patio. I have central air. But look how long my patio is. Let me show you God. This table set was a gift. The barbecue grills the landlord gave me, 2 grills. This is a very nice grill. But yep, this was a gift, brand new. She said, I want to gift you with it. Gave it to me brand new. The fire pit. I don't know if you can see it. That circle right there goes on top of there. That's a fire pit. The neighbor gave me that too, and it's a very expensive fire pit. But look what they did to the fence. Look what them last people did to this man's yard. Look at this. Why do people tear up where they live? All this got to be gone, and he's going to redo it. But I want y'all to see the before, because wait till y'all see the after. I'm about to put my mother touch. I'm about to paint the garage and everything. The garage is huge, electric garage door opener. But this is my little house, y'all. Y'all see my office. Oh, I left my light on. Y'all see my office already. Let me show y'all the basement. This is going down the basement. Please be patient with me. I just want to give y'all my testimony. Now, my brother's stuff is down here because we just moved down. He just moved down here, so it's a mess. But this picture came from Burlington. I'm going to hang that up. My bar is going to be over here. That's a little stand up for my bar. This is my brother's stuff. But this is my brother's stuff down here. We going to have all this put together. His TV. And this is the basement. And guess what we're going to have back here? Don't laugh, y'all. This is before. Wait till y'all see the after. We'll have a pool table down here and everything. But this is my brother's stuff. This is another part of the basement. But guess what's going to be back here? See how he put the drywall on here? He remodeling down here. A whole nother part of the basement. This is going to be my two daughters' salon. We're going to have this so pretty. This is going to be a salon sink, and they're going to do hair down here. So we working on it. New drywall on the wall. My landlord hooked it up for me so we can have it into a salon. And all this is going to be, we painting this paneling, y'all. I don't know if y'all, he said we can paint the paneling. I don't like the paneling. I don't like that. But this is my basement. It's cluttered because my brother just moved in the other day. And this stand right here, it goes to the table upstairs. The girl gave me the whole set for $70. So when I say, and Sonny been down here, you see Sonny been down here. But I love my pictures. I get them from Burlington. And that's my basement. But I say this to say, look at God. When the world say no, God say yes. I went from my car to my kids' house, back into my house, because I stood on God's word and I stayed faithful. Y'all already seen my upstairs. You know, my, actually, since I'm talking, let me just go and let y'all see. I done locked the door. That's my room. And I lock the doors because I don't want nobody upstairs messing with my stuff. The whole upstairs is mine. Hold on, y'all. Let me find my key. The whole upstairs belongs to me. So nobody can go up in my room. Okay. Let me see what key goes here. My friend Robert put the lock on my door for me. Okay, here we go. This is the upstairs, and this is my area. Paneling. I hate this. I'm painting it. I am painting it. Now, y'all know I just moved in here. I just went and got my clothes from the storage. I have so many clothes. They on the floor right now because I'm doing my closet. But this is my whole room. It's a loft. And for the ones that didn't see my closet, this is my closet. And I got to paint it. I know y'all seen the closet, but that's why my clothes in there on the floor because I'm not done with my closet. And it goes all the way back. And it has all these stands. So that's my closet. And the favorite part of the house, y'all know what it is. My office. I prayed for an office and God gave it to me. My refrigerator, I'm getting a microwave. This is my office. So, hey, I done turned Dawn's story into my story. This is your girl, Nina. I love this. Isn't that cute? Wait, let me show y'all something. Everything you see up there came from the Goodwill. All that came from the Goodwill. This desk came from an expensive neighborhood, a rich neighborhood. This guy, I believe, is a retired prosecutor. He sold me this desk for, what is it, $35. $35. And this is solid. It's expensive. He used this when he was a prosecutor. He gave it to me for $35 on Marketplace. This chair, David bought it for me, but you know where he got it from? A nail shop was going out of business, and they was selling all their chairs. This is an expensive office chair. That one was given to me. David bought this for $25 a chair. He bought him one and bought me one. Brand new chairs. This was a gift from the guy I bought the sofa in the basement from for $25. He gave me this and this stand for free. All these pictures and stuff came from Burlington. So I say all that to say, I have a house full of everything from the Goodwill, Burlington, Big Lot, and Blessings. Look at God. So Dawn's sitting there talking about she don't know what to do. Dawn, you better stand on God's word. I don't know if she want to stay in the car. She been there 3 years, but I couldn't be in the car for 3 years. A RV I could do, but a car I had to get out of there. So I had to stand on God's word. Faith without works is dead. And I had to put in the work. Sometimes I feel so degraded. I'm like, I'm a loser. I'm working at Five Guys over 50. I'm driving DoorDash. And I done went to college and I ain't graduated now. But I'm about a year away from my bachelor's degree. And I'm like, I have worked all my life. I had owned homes. Well, my father bought homes for me. I was spoiled. He bought two homes for me. And then those went down the drain, life just happened. And I ended up with nothing. So now I look back and I say, look at God. See, God sometimes you think it's a curse and it's really a blessing. All the places that I used to try to apply to, and I left out the part where I got in trouble with the law protecting my daughter. And a lot of people know that story already. And I ended up with a misdemeanor. So that hurt me. I had a judgment on my credit. I had a misdemeanor. And I didn't have steady income. So those three strikes was keeping me from a place. That's why I stayed with my kids for 2 years. And I'm like, none of this ever happened to me. How did this happen over 50? This is ridiculous. So I'm like, there's no way. How am I gonna get out of this? How am I gonna fix my credit? My credit went from 780 down to 530 because I had to live off my credit cards. And God just keeps saying, just stand on my word. You build it back up. You did it after your divorce, you would do it again. So I've been working on my credit. And I'm also about to take a class to prepare other people's credit. Because I know people in the situation that I'm in, I want to help others. So whatever I have to do to help others, I'm going to do that. So I'm doing that. I'm going to start another 2 more channels. I'm going to blog my life. And I'm going to do a try-on channel because I love clothes. The clothes y'all just seen on my floor, that's just half of my storage. I have a whole nother storage of clothes. I'm going to show you how to Goodwill flip and how to look good in Goodwill clothes. You don't have to go out and spend a lot of money on clothing to look good. I promise you, you don't. You don't have to spend a lot of money on expensive stuff in your house to make it look good. This is the before. Wait till y'all see my after. And I got to that point in my life when I found myself with nothing. When I realized I don't have nothing, I said I got to make something out of nothing. And that's when I started doing the things I do. And I'm like, man, Goodwill got all these beautiful pictures and mirrors and y'all hear me now?
Dawn created the social media account in 2022 and regularly uploaded videos on
Can you
the
hear
platform.
me?
But after posting in September 2024, she disappeared
Hold
from the
on.
site. In her March 11th comeback, Dawn gives a bit of backstory on her life over the past few years, saying that in 2020
I hit mute
she
by
was living with her
accident.
parents in Las Vegas before clashing with her mom. She then resided in a hotel before being inspired by van life influencers on social media.
I loved what I was seeing. I just thought, wow, these people, I can do that. I can do this. I think. And I ended up in my car, and it's been, like I said, 3 years.
Dawn says she's loving her free-spirited life, and she doesn't want anyone feeling sorry for her either.
This is not like, oh my God, poor Dawn. She's living in her car. It's terrible. Oh, what was me? It's not that. It's not, like I said, I'm learning about who I am. I'm learning myself as a person, as a woman. And I didn't think if you would have said to me while I was in En Vogue, you're going to be living in your car one day, I'd be like, huh? No, I'm always going to have an apartment. I can't live in my car. How can I do that? I won't be able to live in my car. We say that we can't do certain things before we even know we're capable. When I succeed again, because I will, when I'm on top again, or when I have a resurgence of my career again the way that I want, that getting to that point is only up to me. So from here, from my car into that life is going to be amazing.
Y'all heard it from her mouth. She's homeless. She's been homeless 3 years. But the only thing, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know how long I was on mute. I was just talking, running my mouth. Well, y'all enjoyed the tour. The only thing that bothers me with Dawn, I know her walk. I know her journey. I know her feeling. I know what she's going through. But what I don't agree with Dawn on, she blames other people. She blamed Raphael because he let her down and her money. You got to be in control of your own self at all times. And that's what Hollywood superstars, they lose because they trust Clyde Davis. They trust Diddy. They trust the industry to control their life. Now, this is what I do love about Barefoot Oprah. Oprah looks at her books every week. She look at her own stuff every week. You have to show her where that $5 went. Every dime. Oprah want to know, why did you buy that? She makes sure her own taxes paid. So she controls her own life. Oprah said, I'd be damned if I go to jail or prison because somebody didn't pay my taxes. I'm going to make sure my taxes paid. I'm going to make sure my mortgage is paid. And that's where these superstars go wrong. They let other people control their life and make broken promises. You only go tell me one time why I didn't get paid. Just once. I'm not going months and months and you got these promises, all the money tied up, or we had to buy the uniforms or the equipment. One time. Then I got to find something else to do because I got to eat. I have to pay mortgage. Taraji Henson, P. Henson. You signed a deal to do The Color Purple for $150,000, Taraji. What? And Will Smith getting $50 million off a movie? You got $150,000. But guess what, Taraji? You signed on the dotted line and knew you was going to get $150,000. And I guess it dawned on you all the work you had to do, and you came to us crying. But don't sell yourself and then come back and complain. I learned from my ex-husband, who made very good money. All I had to do was wake up every day. I learned a valuable lesson. A very valuable lesson, Miss Janice. To always be in control of me. That old saying that them old women used to tell us, don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. I don't know if y'all took that like a grain of salt or y'all took it that means cheating. No, that means you always have you a nest egg. You can't depend on somebody to feed you or provide for you 100%, because if he a human being and she's a human being, they will nut up and pull the carpet right from under you and leave you hanging. Many a days my ex-husband would throw he my provider in my face, which that's his job. You don't have nowhere to go, because I left my stuff to come to you. You met me with a 3-story house and 2 cars and a good job. I left my stuff to come down here with you. Now you telling everybody I don't want to. She don't want to work. She don't have nothing. I do this and that and this, embarrassing me. And I'm like, wow, hey, it's David. Look, y'all. How many of y'all kids walk in y'all house and just go in y'all refrigerator? He didn't knock or nothing. He just came here. I guess he said, Bob, you've been going to my refrigerator for 2 years. What you doing, Dave? My last place, David would come in my house, y'all, and grocery shop. Gino in his room. He would come in and grocery shop. I'd be in my room and I just hear stuff. He in there packed up he done packed up leftovers, packs of meat, sodas. He would even steal hangers. I'm like, this is not the dollar store. What are you doing? She gone. What you doing, Dave? You ain't on camera right now. I got it on me, but I'm about to put it back on. Look at him. He told me to get off camera. You glad I'm at your house, David? I just gave a testimony about living with you in your house. You miss your mom? Do you be having butt-naked baby oil parties at your house while I'm gone? You be having Diddy parties? What you be doing? Huh? He's so happy I'm gone. He probably running around butt-naked. Well, I'm glad you stopped by to visit your mother. You taking me to lunch? Boy, bye. I take food stamps. He said he got food stamps. Gino.
Yeah.
Come here.
Huh?
Come here. My 2 boys, y'all.
Yeah.
Say hi.
What up?
What you doing, son?
I got me on camera.
Your brother wants you.
What do you want me to do?
He wanted to see what you was doing.
What's up?
They 5 years apart, y'all. My kings. 5 years apart. Gino, you going to the gym?
Yeah, I'm going later.
Yeah. I ain't got y'all on camera no more. They don't like being on camera. But they're my boys, yeah. My 2 daughters. I ain't telling what they doing right now. But yes, thank y'all for listening to me. I'm gonna pray for Dawn, and I'm gonna find out what her channel is, Kanique, because Kanique loves Dawn too, and we gonna donate to her channel. And I hope she knows this. If she start YouTube, the girl will have millions of dollars. Dawn, just do your YouTube channel. You already famous. People love you. Within a month, you'll be making $50,000 to probably $100,000 a month just because who you are. YouTube's changing people's lives. I'll be glad when they change mine all the way. I'll be glad when I'm a Tasha K. Tasha K making nothing less than about $100,000 a month. I'm just being real, y'all. She's a multi-millionaire off YouTube, but she's been doing it over 10 years. Sherelle's World. She said her checks is $40,000 a month. Sherelle's World. Because everybody was mad that she cuts off her husband when they talk, because Perry is her husband. But it's Sherelle's channel. And Sherelle said, well, he ain't complaining when that $40,000 from YouTube drop in his account, because he's a broker. He has his own money. And he has his own channel. Sherelle and Perry is millionaires. They are millionaires. You know, Willie D, you know, he's from the Ghetto Boys. He already rich. These people rich. So don't be mistaken when you think people on YouTube playing. These people making career money. What job have you worked ever in your life that you became a millionaire in 10 years? Tasha K did it. She retired her husband. Now her husband works for her. So that's why Tasha do the things she do. Charleston White. He went from being a motivational speaker in his neighborhood trying to help the youth to being a villain on YouTube. And he said being a villain made him a millionaire. He's a millionaire now. When you're a villain, you become rich. I don't want to become rich off being a villain, no. I want to make my money, people saying I changed their life. I helped them think different. I am real. You pinch me, it hurts. I have no cut card. I have no secrets. Y'all might laugh at my house. Nina, that's your house? Yeah, y'all might laugh. But it's okay. Because this is just the beginning. I just want to show somebody that's discouraged right now watching me from their car and think God is not real. God is real. I don't care what nobody tell you. You believe in this fake God. This fake God took me out of a car and put me in a house several times. He has opened doors for me that a man has closed. That's why when people do me wrong, even people on YouTube, I be like, you just don't know who you messing with. Do you know who my daddy is? Keep on thinking you hurting me. You're hurting yourself. Anybody that ever done me wrong, anybody, they regretted it. It is, and I didn't have to do nothing. When he said, I'll fight your battles, yes, he would do it, Miss Frankie. And you got my mama name. You know I love you. Yes. Won't he do it? He will open doors that a man cannot open or close. He will pour out blessings that you don't have room enough to hold them. So y'all keep on believing, folks. And he told me in my spirit to let y'all know, through me, he's real. See, I used to ask God this, Lord, why am I going through so much? I don't hurt people. All I did is bless folks. He said, I want you all the way down in the dirt with nothing. I'm going to strip you from everything besides a sundress, some flip-flops, and your purse. That's all I had when my daughter was fighting for her life from cancer. My ex-husband took everything from me. He said, I'm going to take everything from you. So when you come out of it, I'm the only one going to get the glory. Your husband ain't going to get it. Your friends, your kids, your mom and dad gone. It's just going to be me and you. And then you can go out into the world and tell everybody, I'm real. So that's why I do what I do. This is why I tell the stories I tell. For the people that ask me, why are you always talking about yourself? Because this is not my life. This is God's life. This is God's story. This is my testimony. He gives you a test so you can have a testimony. I am so sick of folks. I am so sick of folks thinking, well, faking that they came right out of the womb and just had a perfect life. Look down on people. I'm driving a Bentley. I'm driving a brand new Cadillac. I got this bad house. Never been through nothing. Half of y'all used to be jawbone. Tell how you overcame crack cocaine. Tell how you used to be in whorehouses. Tell how you used to rob and steal. And then tell them how God changed you. How you overcame. Some of y'all don't even talk about being in prison before. You gone, David? Some of y'all don't even talk about prison. I mean, how y'all been in prison. Do y'all know my daughter's father did 12 years in prison, right? For being a drug dealer. He left when she was 11 months old. He came back, she was 12. About to turn 13, something like that. And he got deep in the church while he was in there. So he came out and he found a church home and he became the deacon, one of the head deacons, right? I visited the church with my daughter. And some of the people that knew us from back in the day when I used to date him, they didn't realize that was him because he had been gone so long. So they was like, well, what brings you to the church? I said, well, my daughter's dad invited us, and then the pastor I grew up with. Oh, okay. Well, who was your daughter's dad? I gave him his name. That ain't the one you was with when you was a teenager? Yeah. The one went to prison? Yeah. You mean Deacon such and such is the same person that used to sell all them crugs and went to prison? Yes. Why he never told us? He never told them his story. And the people know him from the streets. They didn't realize that was him. And he was the head deacon. So he got mad at me that I mentioned that. I'm like, that's your testimony, fool. You went from being a drug dealer, Nino Brown, into being a deacon at the church, and you don't want to tell nobody? I don't want nobody to know my past. I'm embarrassed. Oh my God, thank you, Miss Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. This is Lisa Sullivan. This is I think it's the Lisa I know. Thank you, Miss Lisa. Look at God. She just gave me $100, y'all. $99, but I think YouTube take $1 off for a fee. She just gave me $100. Praise God. And I promise you, Miss Lisa, I will play it forward. I may sound like I'm begging. I'm surviving. And if you want to sow a good seed, you better find good people to sow your seed into. All these churches, some of these churches are not good seed. That's why a lot of you have been members of a church and you haven't grown at all. You haven't grown because it's not a good seed. It's not good land. It's not good soil that you sowing. Just because you in church don't make that good soil. You supposed to reap a harvest if you sow a seed. You supposed to reap a harvest if you sow. If you've been in the same church for 10 years and you still don't have a car, you still on the system, you still barely making it, you need to find better soil. I'm just being real. The devil know the word too. If I go out there right now on that soil that I have in my backyard and I plant some seeds in that dead soil, it's not going to grow. It's dry. The grass is dead. The soil is dry. It's not going to grow. I have to dig it up, reseed it, nourish it, and then plant, and then watch a harvest come. So that's how it is with church. You have to pick up your stuff, walk out that door, find some good soil, and then plant. Don't stay with people because you in hopes, well, the church gonna grow. I started with them from day one at the gas station. Man, no. Life's short. You don't know when your last day is. You don't have time to play, people. You don't have time to play. You don't have time to feel sorry for somebody and give your time because you feel sorry for somebody. You better feel sorry for yourself. And before I go, let me say this. I heard a commercial today that was so ridiculous to me. And I know a lot of y'all who believe in got the 401ks and all the insurance, y'all gonna think I'm crazy. My family always had life insurance. Right now, I can't even afford life insurance, y'all. I'm just gonna be real. If something happened to me today, my kids will have to do a GoFundMe because I'm starting over. I don't even have life insurance on my kids right now, and I'm embarrassed because my parents probably would be turning over in their grave. I have always had life insurance. So I have to get insurance on my kids, my grandkids, and myself. I'm doing baby steps, and I'm praying, God, please put the shield of armor over us, Lord. Spare us, protect us till I get back on my feet right to get everything in order. Please, God, don't let nothing happen to none of us. I'm living off a prayer. But the commercial I saw today, don't y'all fall for this. Don't you need extra insurance for your loved ones if you pass and they pay off your debt? You want to leave your debt with your loved ones? I said, when my mama died, when my daddy died, they had debt. I was the beneficiary. They had money. I put all the money in my name so they can take their money. When the people was calling me about their debt, hospital bills because they was dying in the hospital, so you want me to pay you a whole year of hospital bills when my parents was in there fighting for their life. They're gone now, and you coming after me for over $100,000 worth of hospital bills that the insurance decided they didn't want to pay because they had good insurance. I said, I tell you what, wait on it. Wait till my mom and my dad call you and they handle their debt. Okay. Until then, I don't know what to tell you. Stop being stressed out about what's going to happen when you die. You better be stressed out what you're doing while you living. And when you die, your debt dies with you. That's what I told them. My mom and dad debt went to that grave with them. Call them on the phone and see how they gonna pay it. People stress out about the dumbest stuff. Now, life insurance is cool. because you don't want your kids to be around here with no money, don't know what they're going to do with their life. You want to be buried good. But other than that, y'all, live in the now. All you have is the moment you in. Time is non-existent. If time was real, it'd be the same time all across the universe. Time is man-made. All you have is the second you in, and you better enjoy that second. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about yesterday. Just be like, I'm living in the moment. But a man without a plan is a fool. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to write the vision and make it plain. And I'm going to pray that God let me see that vision. But I'm not going to stress over it. I'm in the moment. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy your kids. Travel. Disney World don't have to be a dream, baby. Disney World is right down the expressway. Get in your car and drive to Disney. Y'all spend so much money on nails and hair throughout the years. Your kids can be well traveled. You give people experience, they remember it for a lifetime. You give a person a purse, they ain't gonna remember that person 10 years. Give them experience. I remember places I went when I was a little kid. But do I remember the clothes my mama bought me? No. But I remember every word I said sitting in my auntie living room or down south for my family reunion, and all my cousins was around. I can tell you everything we laughed about. So you experience. Enjoy life. You ain't got to get on no plane, because I ain't getting on no plane right now. But I'm going to get on the road and hit the road. Travel with your kids. Look at different things in different cities. Let people know it's a better day. It's a better opportunities than where you are right now. If you don't like the city you in, pack your stuff up and leave. Don't listen to the miserable people. It's like the same thing everywhere you go. No, it's not. Yes, you do take yourself everywhere you go. You have to change your mind to go somewhere else. But it's different people, different environments. You can't tell me living the southern life is the same as living up north. It's not. That southern mentality, hospitality is totally different than ignorant folks up north. I'm up north. I see ignorant people every day. The stuff these up northern kids do, you ain't gonna catch that in certain areas in the south. Now, the city life in the South, yeah, you will. Jackson, Mississippi City is horrible. That's where my family from. In L.A., Linwood, California, they from out them places. But you see the kids are different. Even in Chicago, as bad as Chicago is, their educational system do circles around Michigan. When my niece and nephews used to come up here to visit from Chicago, and we talk about school, they were so much more advanced than we are. Grand Rapids public school system is horrible. You got to pick up and move and go what's good for your life. You can't think about what everybody else think. You got to do what's good for you. If you got to go to Goodwill and fill up your house with things, God will bless you. And you know what God do? He see if you satisfied with little. He want to see if you go enjoy the little things and appreciate the little things and not complain. And watch what he do. I don't have a car. And I haven't complained now one time. I can't get to the grocery store. I can't get to the laundromat. I need a washer and dryer in my house. I had a washer and dryer in my apartment. But I'm not complaining I can't wash my clothes. I wash my clothes and get to the laundromat just fine. If I got an Uber. But my son just pulled up. He got a car outside. I can get in his car right now. All I got to do is say, David, I'm going to buy you just some lunch. He came, but he going to ask for something in a minute, y'all. Look. Let me show y'all something. Didn't I tell y'all they couldn't wait till I got out their house? Look where he at. He over my house. Tia caught an Uber over my house because her car is down right now. But they claimed they couldn't wait to get rid of mama. But they come over and just sit around my... Didn't I say that earlier in my video? They come over and sit around my house. Now, he going to be here for a couple hours. He don't know I got food in the refrigerator I cooked last night. I made some spaghetti. And they love my spaghetti. He ain't seen it yet. But this your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. This is my life, and this is what my next channel gonna be about, blogging about my life. So I hope you all come over there. I hope you all push like. I hope I encourage you all about God, because even if you don't want to own up to it, you going through something. I've been cheated on. I've been lied on. I've been dogged out. I've been talked about. I've been homeless. I am motherless. I am fatherless. I lost my sister. I lost my oldest niece. I've been broke, but I've never been hungry, thank God. I've been through so much. I've been through so much. All them clothes you seen upstairs. Do y'all know? I told you when my husband did what he did, all I had was a sundress. He took all my beautiful clothes, all my nice shoes and bags. And look at God. I got a room full of clothes and a storage full of clothes again. He will replace what you lost if you trust him. Dawn gonna be all right if she turned to God. Stop turning towards man. Raphael should not have been in control of her life. God should have been in control of her life. Angie Stone, you lost a lot of money. Then you lost your life because you trusted man with your life. You're supposed to trust God. And see, what they do is, I notice with these superstars, they run to God when it's too late. After they did all the things they had to do, depending on man, they lost everything, then they get saved. I trusted God from the womb. I grew up loving God. God has been installed in me all my life. That's all I know. Even at the worst times of my life, I don't question him. I'm like, okay, Lord, what we doing next? Laugh at Satan with some obstacle come. Y'all know how I bust out laughing. I'm like, Satan, you is such a prankster. Oh, my God. You just don't know what's about to happen. Watch this. And God always make a way out of no way. Won't he do it? Encourage somebody today. Bless somebody today. The more you bless, the more you will receive. That's another thing my parents taught me. Give your way out of debt. Stop holding on to that little $10. This is the last $10 I have. Go get somebody $2. And watch that $8 turn into $180. Every time I give somebody something, I turn around, my Cash App going off. Or something just happened, a bill just got paid, or somebody just blessed me with something that's real valuable, that's worth a lot of money. I have valuable stuff that people just give to me. So I'm telling you, give your way out of debt. Stop thinking, I got to pay this $100 on that credit card bill. Okay, you pay your credit card bill, pay $50 on your credit card bill, and get $25 to a little girl on the bus stop with her kids. And watch that whole debt get canceled. Just keep on giving. But you see, a lot of people get selfish. They have career jobs, they have 401k, and they just sit on their money. If you one of them people that have a lot of money saved, let me tell you what happened to my oldest sister. My oldest sister died with one account, just 1 out of 4, had $250,000 in it. She had 401k. She had all kind of pensions. My sister pretty much was a millionaire. We didn't even know it. She hid it. She died because she was a tightwad. She wouldn't give you a dime. One time I needed my light bill paid. My sister said, you better go get some candles. My mother had to cuss her out to make her give me the money. She died. Her kids end up with her money. She lived in the same house for 45 years with her husband. House was paid for. Do you know they lost her house from taxes? Her 3 cars, they lost her cars. All her money in her account, gone. They was all on cruises with their friends, just blew through her money. Now my nephew, who was in charge of her money, live in an apartment, and he grew up in that house. Lost everything my sister worked for. Stop trying to live so somebody else can be okay when you die. Because they would destroy your whole legacy. You better enjoy every moment sitting there. I got to hold on to my 401k. Girl, if you don't get your butt, call Nina and say, Nina, I'm going to pay for you a plane ticket. Let's go see Quinta Oil. You better call me. We finna go see King Oil on that some of that 401k. You better quit playing. But that's what y'all do. Y'all save y'all money and yeah, I saved me a nest egg. For what? Do you know you gonna be here tomorrow? Are you gonna be here tomorrow? Because if you know something I don't know, I need to call Jesus and see him. I'm gonna be here tomorrow because I want to know too. But if you don't know that, you better enjoy that money. You go buy that car you want to buy. Go buy a house. You better do something with your money so you can see what you worked for. Some of y'all got broken backs, cancer, all kind of stuff, working 20, 30 years at a factory and sitting on hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting there. Girl, I don't spend money like that. Well, what you do it for? Just so you can die? Call me. We gonna have some fun. If you ain't even got no man, we can go look at King to Oil. I would go with you. I would be your BFF. But this summer, for real, y'all, I'm planning on doing some stuff. I'm going to have some fun. I don't know where the money going to come from yet, Jesus. But I'm going to have some fun because I've been through too much. I'm not going to go through all the things I went through and just die. I got to have some fun before I leave here. I'm going to ride this thing called life until the wheels fall off. You hear me? I'm going to buy what I want to buy. I'm going to eat what I want to eat, even though my kid around my stomach is saying, Nina, just let me go. Just let me go. I've been holding on to you now since David, the one I just showed you, David, he did this to my stomach 31 years ago. This is David's fault. And every time he get a girlfriend or a friend, he said, Mama, tell him why your stomach big. David did this. So I gotta let David. He gotta get up off my waist now. But if I'm on the ocean, girl, I ain't gonna put on no bikini, y'all. I'm not gonna do it. I'm finna embarrass nobody now. I ain't gonna do all that. But I'm gonna run on the ocean like Rasfusia, chasing King to Oil. You coming? This your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. I hope I encourage y'all today. This video started off being about Dawn, but I wanted to show y'all some real life stuff. Real life. I'm a witness. Can I get a witness to Jesus? I am a walking testimony. If you ever doubted God, look at Nina. I'm real. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank y'all so much. Miss Lisa, thank you again for all the love. I'm sorry I pushed the mute button by accident upstairs. So I did a little tour. You couldn't hear me. I'm sorry about that, you guys. But just watch the video, share it with somebody. I know y'all know somebody that's struggling. If y'all don't know nobody homeless, y'all know somebody that's struggling, Kanique. Share my video and say, let me show you my friend that's on YouTube. Let me show you how YouTube changed her life. Let me show you God that is real. Share this video if you don't share no other video. And remember to watch 2 videos today. After you get off here, watch the video beneath this one. And then watch the video beneath that one. Keep watching. Linda, you're welcome. If you discouraged, trust me, this too shall pass. God's word is real. Study and show yourself approved. Open that book and study for yourself. If you don't understand the word, go to a strong pastor that can lead you, that can teach you about God. Go to people that you know then overcame. I know women that used to be drug addicts, prostitutes. They run in recovery houses. Do you hear me? And I'm going to get an interview with Leslie King. Her name is Leslie King. Her story is crazy. And this girl is one of the richest girls in the city. And you know what her testimony said, y'all? I got to share this real quick. What testimony she gave? Before she started her motivational speaking that I went to one day, she said, I want to let y'all know how it looked and show y'all how it looked from getting arrested, being on that side of the law, to going to lunch with the people that used to arrest me. I saved people with the people that used to arrest me. I thank the police for arresting me. I think she said 100 times. I thank them for picking me up off the streets when I was a drug addict, prostitute. I love them for that because they saved my life. Now I can save others, and I'm on 18. So I went from being arrested to having dinner with the people that arrested me. Look at God. Her story is impeccable. I just talked to her the other day because she's one of my mentors. I love you, Leslie. But I'm going to sit down and talk to Leslie King so y'all can get the testimony. Y'all can get her testimony. So if you going through an addiction right now, I'm going to show you somebody that overcame an addiction. If you was a prostitute or you still selling your body to pay your rent, I'm going to show you somebody who used to sell their body to pay their rent and for crack cocaine. And now they owners of homes, have properties. She did drugs so bad her teeth was messed up. Guess what happened? The same people that used to talk about her, put her aside, white folks that you dog out, they paid $50,000 to get her teeth fixed. I'm telling you, I'm getting chills, y'all. I gotta go because I've been and start shouting, running through this house. I promise you I would. I would start shouting, running through this dang old house about God, grace, and his mercy. He would never, 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 never fail. Please hear me. Please hear me. God will not fail. He's fail-proof. Can't no man save you. Your mama can't save you. Your kids, your sister, nobody can save you but the Messiah. He is fail-proof. You doing it wrong. If you still in the same situation you was in last year, you doing it wrong. Get out your own way and say, God, take the wheel. Father, take the wheel. I can't do this no more. I surrender all to you. Get on your knees every day. Pray and just live, laugh, find something to laugh about, even through the midst of your hardship. Find something to laugh about, because I know God coming. I know you coming. I used to look outside and say, is it today the day, Lord? Today the day? Oh, it ain't today. Okay, tomorrow today. Tomorrow I'm going to have a place. 2 years I did that. Today I'm going to get called for an apartment. Oh, it ain't today. Mr. Willie was today. See, sometimes you can give up on God and your breakthrough is right around the corner. Your breakthrough is tomorrow and you gave up today. I'm done. God ain't real. I done lost half my family. I done lost my job. Donald Trump for to cut off food stamps. You know why I don't worry about Donald Trump? Because I know who's in control of Donald Trump. I know who controlled all this. I know who this belongs to. I said Donald Trump lives in my house. That White House belonged to my daddy. I'm the heir of that White House. I'm royalty. That's my daddy's property. This my daddy's universe. Elon Musk, you got a little money, but my daddy owns that money. Why you think he taking it back from Elon? Elon lost $7 billion, I heard, in one day. Because daddy taking it back, Elon. You on punishment. You in timeout. Daddy did that, Elon. In a minute, Elon, you going to be on the food stamps that you trying to take away from people. Because that's how my daddy get down. I'll give it and I'll take it away. You know, I have always been the kind of person that said the devil don't have no power. And somebody I talked to last night made sense to me. The devil do have power over wickedness, evilness, darkness. He is the archangel of darkness. So he has the power over his world. But the only way he had power over your life, if you surrender to him. And that's what Diddy did. He surrendered to the devil. That's why the devil had power over Diddy. If he would have stayed with God, he was protected. If you just stay with God, you protected. It's simple. We make it hard. Y'all remember the story of the kids of Israel? They wandered the land and was in bondage for over 40 years. Am I saying it right? They was in bondage for 40 years, and all they had to do was listen. That's why they stayed in bondage so long. I may be saying it wrong because I don't know the word like that. I'm learning. But they stayed in bondage for 40 years because they just didn't obey. And as such you say yes to God and no to the world, things should start happening. Soon as I stop worrying about the story.